Michelle, and we want to talk about the power of social media and just taking a shot. Michelle, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to get into how you and I met and where we're at today.
Awesome. My name is Michelle Mumoli. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams City Life, opening up our second office in Jersey City, downtown Jersey City.
Jersey City, awesome. So how did we meet? What happened? Who messaged who found who? Talk about Facebook and social media.
You know, we met through, I think we both commented on a restaurant that had just opened up in Jersey City Heights, which is my neighborhood. I live there.
And my neighborhood, too.
I love it.
Our neighborhood.
Our neighborhood.
So on Facebook, I saw she liked the photo, I'd liked the photo, and I'm like, wow, we live in the same neighborhood, we're in the same field. You know, you can help my clients, I can help your clients. Like, hey, I'm Jeff, I'm from the neighborhood, we're neighbors, let's take a shot, you know, let's meet up. How often do you get messages, especially from service providers, mortgage people, and what basically said, you know what, I want to take this meeting?
I get solicited by a lot of different people.
It's a good word, that's solicitation.
Yes, solicitation.
Yeah.
I get solicited by a lot of people. I think the thing that attracts me to certain people and not others is a different script. And what I say by script is that there's certain things that people say that sound very scripted. And when they say that, I'm completely turned off by it.
So would you say you're a cold call person or a relationship-driven person?
I'm a relationship-driven person.
So you can tell if someone's like basically just giving you something that they tell everyone, feeding you a line of BS. Just to, hey, let me get my foot in the door, right?
Yes. And I think that was like a natural connection of like, oh, well, Jeff does mortgages. He lives in the neighborhood. I live in the neighborhood.
Sure.
We both appreciate these new things that are going on here.
Right.
So let's connect. Let's see how we can help people buy homes.
Together, right?
Yeah.
How important is that to you, knowing that you have a mortgage relationship on the other end?
It's really important because people don't just use a mortgage lender once.
Right.
So they
hopefully not, at least.
Well, there's refinancing options.
Sure.
I think the standard mortgage for statistical mortgage for a city dweller is 5 to 7 years. In the interim, you're probably refinancing. So you're going to end up buying another home in the future. So it's really important to keep a relationship. And I know, unfortunately, I know so many people that have used a realtor, bought a home with them, used a mortgage lender, never heard from them again, didn't like their service, terrible service, and have to pretty much start all over again when they decide to refinance or sell, which is a terrible thing.
One thing that's hot on the topic is Zillow. Everyone's talking about Zillow. I hate Zillow. It causes a lot of frustrations, headaches. What's the difference between receiving a lead from someone you know, like a warm lead, hey, call my aunt, call my brother, call my friend, opposed to, hey, this lead just came in off of Zillow? Explain to us and the world what the difference is between the two and what you like better.
The difference between a lead that comes in through Zillow and a lead that comes in, I would almost say a lead that comes in through a referral is a hot lead, not a warm lead. Because you've already spoken to them and you've gone through the process of telling them, specifically coming from a lender, you're already pre-approving them. If it's a referral from another client, they've already discussed, okay, well, this is Michelle, she's worked with us, blah, blah, blah. The introduction has already been sold. Through Zillow, you're getting phone calls from somebody who's calling every single listing that they're getting, and Zillow does a rotation leads. I use Zillow, so I don't have very terrible things to say about Zillow. The Zillow estimates are awful.
So what's a Zestimate?
A Zestimate is an arbitrary number that Zillow makes up in their algorithm to figure out what your home is worth.
Do they know the condition of the property?
They do not know the condition of the property. They don't know the market values of the market. They don't know the market trends in particular neighborhoods. And so people will call me off of Zillow for a sale, and they'll say, well, Zillow says that my home is worth this. And I said,
I want to meet this Zillow.
Yeah, is Zillow a realtor?
Yeah.
You know, can they provide actual comps of what has sold in the past 12 months, which is what an appraiser would come in and do once your home is under contract. An appraiser will look at the comps in the area from the past 12 months.
What's a comp? Just so everyone knows
a
what a comp is.
I'm sorry, I'm so embedded in the realtor lingo.
More real estate lingo.
Real estate lingo. A comp is a comparable market analysis. So it would be a similar type home or condo in your neighborhood, similar square footage, similar characteristics that has sold or is sometimes in shifting markets, it would be pending.
Okay. So talk to us about Jersey City Heights, right? Everyone's crazy about downtown Jersey City. It's the next Manhattan. Prices are through the roof. You can get penthouses, you name it, right?
Yeah.
The Heights. What in particular? I live in the Heights. You live in the Heights.
I love the Heights.
I love the Heights too. What's the trend in the Heights right now? Where are people coming from? Who's buying in the Heights? And what's your overall opinion of Jersey City Heights?
I love Jersey City Heights because it has amazing connectivity to Port Authority. It has connectivity to Hoboken,
Sure.
Journal Square. It's kind of sort of in the middle of everything.
Right.
People
so location
location
awesome.
is amazing.
Okay.
People that are moving there, I'm seeing a trend from people from Manhattan moving into the Heights. People
So you're
from
seeing
Brooklyn
real money,
moving to the Heights.
actually real money coming in. People
Oh, yeah,
are
because-
qualified,
Oh, yeah.
everyone's doing their due diligence, everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Us too, right.
Yeah. People from downtown Jersey City that are outgrowing their starter condos, one-bedroom condos, and finding much bigger properties in Jersey City Heights. So one family, two families, 2 to 3 bedroom condos, which is still for some people not having that maintenance situation is
Sure.
something that they would prefer.
Where are prices heading specifically in Jersey City Heights right now, in your opinion?
They're headed in an upward motion.
Like
If
straight
there was
up?
a,
Straight
if there was
up?
a graph, it
Yeah.
just continuously is moving upwards.
So
and
does it look like an eye straight up in the air, or
well, climbing,
Okay.
climbing,
Gradually,
a little bit more
or?
of an angle. Gradually, I wouldn't say it's gradually. I would say it's shifting pretty quickly from where it was 2 years ago.
Sure.
To right now, everything is multiple bids.
Sure.
People are getting outbid left and right.
What's crazy is my neighbor next door, and I didn't know this. When I moved from New York back to New Jersey, I rented in Hoboken for 2.5 years, and I'm like, the Heights, this looks like a pretty cool area, similar to Brooklyn.
A lot of people from Hoboken are coming up to the Heights.
They're starting to see the Hoboken crowd flow up there.
Yeah.
Me in particular, I'm like, all right, this is a good bang for my buck. I could buy a condo, $350,000, awesome. When I met with my neighbor next door who owns the condo that's attached to mine in the same building, literally right next door, our walls are shared, right? I'm like, so what'd you pay for your condo? She's like, I bought my condo in 2008 for $410,000. I was like, $410,000? You're telling me that the Jersey City Heights market was once that high and dropped so much that we're still almost to the point of full recovery? So I'm thinking 9 years have passed, the market's booming, and we still haven't fully reached the height of the real estate values that we saw, pre-recession, pre-depression, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So what do you think prices do from here?
I have an opinion about that particular point in time, right? And that particular point in time was fake money, right? It was the
Monopoly
balloon.
money.
It was monopoly money because
you have a pulse. It's like here's $4 million.
Yes, exactly.
Sure.
I think a lot of realtors were saying they were writing contracts on like the back of cars, like just giving it away
and signing their client's
name. You
name.
have 3 other mortgages. Sure, you can afford another one. So those were inflated prices. Will we see that again? I think that's a great question for you because I think there's a lot of the changes that have happened in the mortgage industry. There's a lot of different federal standards that people sort of need to, hurdles that they need to get through to be able to get a mortgage. And I've had a lot of buyers that think that they can afford. When I send them to a lender, they can't afford a mortgage.
Sure. So that's a good point. Yes. I think we're starting to see some of the mortgage products come back to the market that were pre-recession that got us as a whole into trouble.
Right.
The difference now is there's at least a little bit more of a down payment requirement, right? So I guess my question to you is, do you think the prices in 2008 were just so overinflated, like they were almost like a fake valuation, like they weren't actually worth what they were because of that?
It's possible, but those numbers are starting to get back to that. But they're starting to get back to that since then very slowly because infrastructure has changed in Jersey City Heights. Parks have gotten better.
Sure.
There's what used to be just swaths of neighborhoods that were abandoned homes are now getting torn down, and there's luxury development going on there. The neighborhoods have changed drastically since 2008.
Gotcha.
And so, and the demand. So consumers usually end up driving the market. That's actually how it is. It's not an inflated number.
So these are real numbers we're playing with.
These
now.
are real numbers because a lot of them are cash purchases and a lot of them are really high down payments. So people actually do have the money to buy this, and they are willing to invest in neighborhoods that are great neighborhoods for families. And the Heights is one of them. In
your opinion, based on your experience, who is your ideal client to relocate to Jersey City Heights?
Oh, that's a tough one.
You got time. Don't worry, it's okay. Whatever the answer is.
Oh, that's a tough one because I feel like anyone
everybody.
Can,
so anybody can.
Everybody, yeah. I mean, I.
If I have a dog, can I move to the Heights?
Yes, you should.
If I have kids, can I move to the Heights?
You should move to the Heights.
If I'm single, can I move to the Heights? I am single.
You should move to the Heights if you're single specifically. Because, you know, Palisade Avenue had gotten rezoned as a commercial district in 2012 after, I think, the 1974 prohibition of Palisade Avenue. Commercial on that avenue. So there's new bars opening. There's like hip coffee shops. There's.
So it's Brooklyn. It's cool. It's hip. It's hot. Gentrified, right? That word. Yeah.